Chosen one, make some rich friend, make some rich friend, now, because you will join rich gang right after. You deserve to that gang. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. This moment was scheduled by heaven with precision. The same God who orders steps has ordered this message to meet you right now. There is a shift happening around your life, and your spirit already feels it. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural breakthrough, an elevation that brings new access, new rooms, and new relationships aligned with your destiny. Anointed one, you have wanted more. Not just money, but freedom. Not just success, but a better life. You've worked, you've waited, you've tried to become better than yesterday, and still something felt missing. You knew wealth was calling you, but the doors felt guarded. The truth is, you don't just need money, you need proximity. You need to be around people who think differently, move differently, and build differently. Chosen one. This is the season where God connects you to people who can see what's on you before you see it yourself. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20, those who walk with the wise become wise. You are being positioned to walk with the wealthy because you are becoming one. Stay with me through this message. Relief is coming, clarity is coming, and connection is coming. Subscribe now so we stay connected, and comment below, it's time to be rich. Chosen one. There is a reason the atmosphere around your life feels tighter, heavier, and more intense lately. This is not pressure meant to crush you. This is proximity forming. Heaven is not just preparing wealth for you, it is preparing rooms, tables, and relationships that match who you are becoming. And the truth most people never hear is this elevation is always relational before it is financial. Anointed one, when God begins to shift a person's wealth level, he first shifts their social environment. Before provision multiplies, proximity changes. Before money moves, access moves. That is why your spirit has been restless. You are no longer satisfied with surface conversations, small thinking, or familiar circles that no longer stretch you. You didn't outgrow them by arrogance. You outgrew them by assignment. I remember a season in my own life when I thought I needed more confidence, more credentials, more proof that I belonged in bigger rooms. But heaven showed me something different. It wasn't confidence I lacked. It was clarity of value, and the moment that clarity formed doors didn't need to be forced anymore. They responded. Chosen. One, wealthy people do not move by sympathy. They move by resonance. They are drawn to people who carry something useful, clear, and steady. That is why heaven is refining you right now, not to make you impressive, but to make you recognizable. There was a time when I walked into rooms and felt invisible. I would introduce myself, speak briefly, and feel the energy fade. Not because I wasn't worthy, but because I wasn't positioned. I didn't yet understand that people with influence have no patience for vagueness. When someone asks, "What do you do?" they are not asking for your awesome. They are asking, "Where do you fit in my world?" Chosen one. This is where many people miss their moment. They speak from uncertainty. They shrink their value. They say, "I'm just figuring things out." And instantly, attention closes. Not because the listener is cruel, but because influence flows toward clarity. Heaven is teaching you now to name your value without apology. You don't need to exaggerate. You don't need to impress. You simply need to be precise. When you become precise, the right people recognize you as relevant. And here is a sacred truth: value does not begin with offering. Value begins with discernment. Most people rush to give, rush to pitch, rush to prove. But the anointed move differently. They ask, they listen, they notice what others overlook. They uncover problems before they announce solutions. This is wisdom. This is favor. This is how access opens without force. I learned this the hard way. I used to think generosity meant immediately offering help, but offering too early puts pressure on the other person to respond. Asking the right question removes pressure and creates trust. When you ask with sincerity, you allow the other person to feel seen. And when someone feels seen, walls lower. Chosen one. This is not manipulation. This is alignment. Scripture tells us that wisdom cries out in the streets, not desperation. And wisdom always knows when to speak and when to listen. The more you grow in discernment, the more your presence becomes valuable, even before you say a word. Now hear this carefully, anointed one. There will be seasons when you feel like you don't yet have the skill, the title, or the leverage you think you need. Do not let that stop you. Heaven has already given you a tool that opens doors at every level, the ability to bring the right people together. This is a secret of the wealthy few. The person who connects people becomes indispensable without asking for anything. When you introduce two people who help each other, your name becomes associated with value. Not because you demanded it, but because you facilitated it. I've seen this again and again. People who didn't have money, people who didn't have status, but they had discernment. They knew who should meet who. They created moments, conversations, environments. And over time their name carried weight, not because they chased importance, but because importance passed through them. Chosen one. This is why breaking bread matters. Meals lower defenses. Shared space builds trust. When you invite people into environments where they feel expanded, not used, something sacred happens. You become a bridge, and bridges are always walked on by the powerful. Do not underestimate small gatherings. Do not underestimate simple invitations. Do not underestimate your ability to host, even if it feels ordinary to you. What feels ordinary to you may feel intentional to someone else, and intentionality is rare. Now let me speak to another block many anointed people carry. You don't want to be seen as needy. You don't want to be awkward. You don't want to be that person. Hear me, there is a difference between admiration and worship, between appreciation and desperation. Being a fan is not weakness when it is rooted in truth. When you acknowledge someone's work, persistence, or journey without agenda, you activate favor. People at the top are surrounded by noise but starved for sincerity. A message that says, "I see the work you put in," carries more power than flattery ever could. I have written messages like that without asking for anything, and doors opened months later in ways I never planned. Not because I was strategic, but because I was genuine. Sincerity travels further than ambition. Chosen one. Even volunteering is not small when done with the right spirit. Offering your time to solve real problems places you behind the scenes where trust is built. And trust is the currency that outlasts money. When people see how you show up on time, consistent without entitlement, they remember you. This is how proximity forms. This is how billionaires become friends, not because you wanted something from them, but because you became someone they wanted around. You are not late. You are not behind. You are being aligned. And as heaven rearranges your relationships, you will notice something shift inside you. Fear will loosen. Your voice will steady. Your presence will carry quiet authority. Because you are no longer trying to get in. You are simply becoming who belongs. Chosen one. This is not hustle. This is preparation. And preparation always precedes elevation. Chosen one. There is another layer heaven wants you to understand, because many people miss this part and stall right before alignment completes. When God prepares to move you into higher circles, He does not rush your exposure. He refines your posture. Wealthy rooms are sensitive to posture. They can feel desperation before words are spoken. They can sense entitlement even when it's hidden behind politeness. That is why heaven has been training you in patience. Anointed one, you were never meant to chase powerful people. You were meant to walk in such clarity that power recognizes you. This is why seasons of obscurity were allowed. This is why your progress felt slow, while others seemed to leap ahead. Heaven was protecting your future relationships from contamination, because once trust is broken at higher levels, it is rarely repaired. I remember a season when I thought speed was the answer. I wanted results fast. I wanted doors open now. And I didn't realize that my urgency was the very thing blocking me. People with influence live under constant demand. When they feel pressure, they retreat. When they feel ease, they engage. And ease does not come from pretending to be confident. It comes from being rooted, chosen. One-rooted people move differently. They don't rush conversations. They don't force outcomes. They don't over-explain their value. They let alignment do the work. And when you are rooted, your presence communicates safety. Safety opens hearts. Hearts open doors. This is why heaven has been teaching you how to ask better questions instead of giving faster answers. Questions reveal discernment. They signal intelligence without arrogance. They invite collaboration instead of control. When you ask someone about their challenges with genuine curiosity, you give them permission to be human. And powerful people rarely get that permission. Anointed one, many think the key to access is being impressive, but the true key is being useful at the right moment. Usefulness does not require perfection. It requires awareness. Awareness of timing, awareness of needs, awareness of what is missing in the room. There was a moment when I realized something had shifted in me. I stopped trying to present myself. I started paying attention. I listened longer. I noticed patterns. I noticed what people complained about quietly. I noticed what they avoided talking about publicly. And in that space, value revealed itself naturally. Chosen one, this is wisdom. Wisdom does not announce itself. It positions itself. You may feel right now that you are still becoming, that your skills are not fully formed, that your confidence is still stabilizing. Hear me clearly, you do not need to arrive fully formed to be invited. You need to arrive aligned. Alignment carries grace. Grace covers gaps. Grace attracts mentors, allies, and protectors you didn't even know you needed. And let me say this with authority, wealthy people respect people who are teachable. Pride closes doors faster than poverty ever will. When someone senses that you are eager to learn, not eager to take, they lean in. They see longevity. They see potential. They see someone safe to invest time into. Chosen one, you are not small for asking questions. You are wise for it. There is also something sacred about becoming a connector in this season. When you introduce people without expectation, heaven records it. When you celebrate others without jealousy, heaven accelerates you. When you create space for collaboration instead of competition, heaven entrusts you with more influence. I have watched people with no capital become central figures simply because they were bridges. They remembered names, they remembered interests, they remembered what mattered to people, and over time, opportunities found them. Not because they demanded attention, but because attention naturally flows to those who make others feel valued. Chosen one. If you feel drawn to hosting inviting gathering, do not ignore that impulse. It may feel ordinary, it may feel small, but hospitality has always been a doorway to favor. When people feel seen in your space, they associate peace with your presence, and peace is priceless. Now let's speak about something many anointed people struggle with: comparison. You see others living lavishly. You see social lives that look effortless, glamorous, full of access. And sometimes your heart wonders, when is it my turn? Let me answer you plainly. Your turn is closer than you think, but your path is cleaner than theirs. Heaven is not rushing you because heaven is protecting you from shortcuts that would cost you your integrity. You are not late. You are being built for sustainability. The friendships coming into your life are not seasonal. They are covenant level. They are not impressed by performance. They are drawn to authenticity. Anointed one, do not shrink when you enter bigger rooms. Do not overtalk. Do not undertalk. Just be present. Presence is powerful. When you are fully present, people feel respected. And respect is the foundation of every lasting relationship. There was a time when I thought I needed to prove that I belonged. But the truth is, belonging is felt, not argued. When you walk in peace with who you are, the room adjusts to you. This is why heaven has been healing your identity. This is why old insecurities are being surfaced and released. You cannot carry old self-doubt into new rooms. Chosen one, let go of the version of you that needed validation. You are entering a season where recognition replaces explanation. People will sense something on you and won't fully know why. That's favor. That's alignment. That's timing. And yes, there will be moments when you are invited to serve before you are invited to sit. Do not despise those moments. Service positions you close enough to observe patterns others never see. Service reveals character under pressure, and character is the currency that outlasts opportunity. Volunteer your time wisely, not everywhere, but where your spirit feels peace, where your contribution actually solves problems, where your consistency can be witnessed. Over time, visibility turns into trust. Trust turns into invitation. Invitation turns into access. Chosen one. This is not about pretending to be someone else. This is about becoming fully who you are and letting heaven handle the introductions. Your social elevation is not random. Your future friendships are already assigned. And the reason this message is meeting you now is because you are ready to carry them without losing yourself. Stay grounded, stay generous, stay observant, and above all, stay aligned. Because the rooms you are about to enter are not impressed by noise, but they are deeply moved by clarity. Chosen one, now there is a deeper truth that must be spoken, because this is where many people quietly disqualify themselves without realizing it. As God elevates your social access, He also elevates your self-perception. You cannot consistently sit among wealthy, powerful, visionary people while secretly believing you are inferior. That inner conflict will leak out, not in words, but in energy. And energy always speaks first. Anointed one, heaven is not calling you to imitate the wealthy. Heaven is calling you to stand as an equal in spirit even before resources catch up. This does not mean arrogance, it means wholeness. It means you stop shrinking your presence to make others comfortable. It means you no longer apologize for your hunger for more. There was a time in my life when I thought humility meant staying small. I thought being spiritual meant not wanting too much. But that was a misunderstanding. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking clearly about who you are. And when God marks someone for increased clarity, becomes non-negotiable. Chosen one. Wealthy people are drawn to people who are internally settled. They are not attracted to chaos, even hidden chaos. They spend their lives solving problems, carrying weight, making decisions that affect others. So when they encounter someone whose inner world is calm, grounded, and self-aware, something in them relaxes. This is why heaven has been teaching you emotional regulation. This is why you have been learning how to stay steady under pressure, how to listen without reacting, how to speak without needing immediate validation. These are not random lessons. These are room readiness skills. You may not realize it yet, but your ability to stay composed in uncertainty is one of your greatest assets. In rooms of influence, things are always moving. Plans change, conversations shift, power dynamics are subtle. The person who remains calm becomes trusted. The person who remains curious becomes respected. Anointed One, you are not behind because you took time to heal. You are ahead because you did. Now let me speak to another sacred principle from the original wisdom. You are stepping into value is contextual. What makes you valuable in one room may be irrelevant in another, and that is okay. The anointed do not force relevance. They discern it. There were moments when I thought I needed to showcase everything I could do. But I learned that powerful rooms do not reward excess. They reward precision. They want to know one thing. How do you help me think, move, or solve differently? Chosen One, when someone asks what you do, they are not asking for your life story. They are asking for orientation. And when you answer simply, clearly, without insecurity, you give them a place to put you in their mental map. That is respect. That is positioning. Do not oversell. Do not undersell. Speak from truth. You may feel tempted to minimize yourself until your bank account matches your calling. Reject that lie. Wealth often follows alignment, not the other way around. Many people met their future partners, mentors, and investors before their financial breakthrough, not after. Proximity often precedes provision. This is why heaven is shifting who you are around now. Chosen One, you may notice old connections fading. Conversations that once felt natural now feel draining. This is not judgment. This is discernment awakening. You are being recalibrated for different frequencies, and different frequencies require different boundaries. Letting go is not betrayal. It is obedience. Now let's talk about the subtle power of being a fan, not in a worshipful sense, but in a human one. When you genuinely celebrate someone's work, their discipline, their journey, you touch something deeper than ego. You touch memory. People remember those who saw them before they were celebrated. I once reached out to someone simply to acknowledge their consistency. No request, no pitch. Months later, that same person remembered my name in a room I never imagined being mentioned in. Favor does not announce its process. It reveals its fruit later. Chosen One, sincerity compounds. This is also why writing a message, sending a note, expressing gratitude matters more than you think. Most people consume. Very few reflect back appreciation. When you do, you stand out not as needy, but as aware. Awareness is rare, and rarity attracts. Anointed One, do not assume powerful people are unreachable. They are often just unapproached correctly. When you speak from gratitude instead of gain, something opens. Not every time, but enough times to change your life. Now hear this with maturity. Not every wealthy person is meant to be your friend. Some are meant to be teachers. Some are meant to be mirrors. Some are meant to pass through your life briefly. Do not cling. Do not chase permanence. Honor seasons. God is not building you a Rolodex. He is building you a circle, and circles form around trust. Trust is built when your actions are consistent, your words are measured, and your presence is clean. Clean presence means no hidden agenda. It means you are okay whether something comes back to you or not. That neutrality is powerful. It disarms suspicion. Chosen One. When you stop needing outcomes, outcomes begin to find you. You may be invited into spaces where you are the least resourced person in the room. Do not let that intimidate you. Resourcefulness matters more than resources. And resourcefulness is visible in how you listen, how you respond, how you adapt. Some of the most respected people I know earned their place by being observant before they were outspoken. They learned the rhythm of the room. They studied dynamics. They spoke when it mattered. That restraint built authority. Anointed One. Silence used wisely is not weakness, it is wisdom. Now let me say this plainly, you deserve a rich life, and that includes rich relationships. You deserve conversations that expand you, environments that inspire you, friends who think long-term, build responsibly and live intentionally. This desire is not vanity, it is alignment, but you must release the belief that wealth is out there and you are in here. That separation dissolves now. You are not crossing worlds. You are returning to your level. As it is written, God prepares a table in the presence of opposition, not to intimidate you, but to confirm you. And when you sit at that table, you sit as yourself, whole, clear, unafraid, chosen one. This is not about trying harder. It is about standing truer. Let your confidence come from alignment, not comparison. Let your boldness come from clarity, not performance. Let your generosity come from overflow, not obligation. The friendships coming into your life will feel different. Less transactional, more natural, less noisy, more grounded. You will notice laughter feels easier, conversations feel lighter, and opportunities feel less forced. That is how you will know alignment has arrived. Stay present, stay humble, stay awake. Because the shift happening now is not just external, it is internal. And when the inside aligns, the outside has no choice but to follow. Chosen one. There is a quiet law at work in seasons like this, and it must be spoken plainly so you do not misinterpret what is happening around you. When your social world begins to elevate, not everyone will celebrate it. Some will misunderstand, some will grow distant, some will project their own fears onto your growth. This is not punishment, this is separation by alignment. Anointed one, do not let guilt anchor you to environments God is clearly lifting you out of. You are not abandoning people, you are answering a call, and every call comes with a cost, not of money, but of familiarity. The higher you go, the fewer people can walk comfortably beside you without confronting themselves. I remember feeling torn in this stage. I wanted more, yet I didn't want to appear ungrateful for where I came from. I wanted new rooms, yet I felt loyalty to old ones. But heaven whispered something that changed everything. You can honor the past without living there. Growth does not erase gratitude, it fulfills it. Chosen one, wealthy circles are not heartless, but they are intentional. They guard their energy, their time, and their focus because they have learned how expensive distraction is. This is why heaven has been training you to say no without guilt, to pause before committing, and to protect your calendar. These are not selfish habits, they are stewardship skills. You may notice that as your discernment sharpens, you feel less obligated to explain yourself. That is maturity. When you know who you are becoming, you no longer need approval from those who cannot see where you are going. Silence becomes a form of confidence. Anointed one, let me say this clearly, you do not need to announce your growth. Growth speaks for itself. The right people will notice without explanation. The wrong people will resist regardless of explanation. Save your energy. Now let's talk about something subtle but powerful, the difference between being invited and belonging. Many people can get access to rooms. Very few are asked to stay. Staying is not about performance. It is about alignment of values. Wealthy, high-level people pay close attention to how you move when no one is watching. They notice how you treat servers, assistants, volunteers. They notice how you speak about people who are not present. They notice how you handle inconvenience. These moments reveal character more than any awesome. Chosen one. This is why heaven has been purifying your speech. You are being taught not to gossip, not to complain reflexively, not to speak from frustration. Words shape perception, and perception shapes access. I have seen opportunities disappear quietly because someone couldn't control their tone in small moments. I have also seen doors open unexpectedly because someone remained gracious under pressure. Grace is not weakness, it is power under control. Anointed one, when you enter new rooms, do not rush to be impressive. Be consistent. Consistency builds trust faster than charisma ever could. Showing up the same way every time, calm, respectful, prepared, creates safety. And safety is what allows relationships to deepen. Now hear this, you are not meant to be invisible in these spaces. You are meant to be anchored. Anchored people do not dominate conversations, but they influence them. They speak when it adds value. They listen when it builds understanding. They ask questions that move the room forward. There was a season when I thought being quiet meant I wasn't contributing. But I learned that listening changes the direction of conversations more than talking. When you listen deeply, you hear what matters. And when you speak from what matters, people remember you. Chosen one, remember this: influence is not volume. Influence is timing. As your circle elevates, you may find yourself invited into situations where money is discussed casually, where decisions are made quickly, where stakes are high. Do not be intimidated. You belong here not because of what you have, but because of who you are becoming. If you feel nervous, let that nervousness settle into attentiveness. Attentiveness is attractive. It shows respect. It shows readiness. Anointed one, you are not being tested to see if you are perfect. You are being observed to see if you are grounded. This is also the season where generosity takes on a new meaning. Not performative generosity, not giving to be seen, but strategic generosity, giving time, attention, insight, encouragement. These offerings cost less than money, but often mean more. I've watched people gain lifelong allies simply because they showed up when no one else did. They followed up. They remembered details. They checked in without an agenda. These small acts compound into trust. Trust compounds into opportunity. Chosen one, let generosity be your signature, not your strategy. Now let's address the fear that sometimes rises quietly. What if I lose myself as I grow? That fear is valid, but it is also a sign of integrity. People who fear losing themselves are the least likely to do so, because they are watching. Heaven is not elevating you to change your nature. Heaven is elevating you to express it more fully. Wealth and proximity do not corrupt by default. They reveal. And what is being revealed in you is clarity, compassion, and strength. If something feels misaligned, you will feel it quickly. Trust that. Discernment sharpens at higher levels. You will not need to overthink. Peace will guide you. Discomfort will warn you. Stay honest with yourself. Anointed one, you are allowed to enjoy beauty, refinement, comfort, and quality. These things are not sinful. They are tools. When used with humility, they amplify impact. When used without awareness, they distract. Heaven trusts you because you have learned restraint. Do not reject good things out of false humility. Receive them with gratitude and responsibility. Chosen one. This is also a season to release the need to be understood by everyone. Misunderstanding is not failure. It is often proof that you are growing beyond familiar frameworks. Let people misunderstand. Let heaven vindicate. I want you to hear this deeply. Your social elevation is not about status. It is about stewardship. God connects you to wealth so you can learn how wealth moves, thinks, protects, and multiplies. This understanding will not only bless you, it will bless others through you. You are being trained not just to enter rooms, but to carry peace into them, to stabilize environments, to bring clarity where confusion once lived. That is influence. And influence, when carried with humility, opens doors that money alone never could. So stay centered, Stay observant, stay generous, stay aligned. The friendships forming now will shape the next decade of your life. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily, quietly, powerfully. And when you look back, you will realize this wasn't about becoming someone new. It was about finally allowing yourself to belong where you were always meant to stand. Chosen one. Now we come to a place of maturity that few ever reach, because this is where elevation stops feeling exciting and starts feeling responsible. This is the stage where heaven begins to trust you, not just with access, but with influence. And influence requires discernment at a level most people never develop. Anointed one, as your circle expands, you will notice something subtle. Not every opportunity is meant to be accepted, and not every invitation is meant to be pursued. Wealthy rooms are full of motion, but wisdom knows when to move and when to remain still. The anointed do not confuse activity with alignment. There was a season when I thought saying yes was how doors stayed open, but heaven corrected me. I learned that discernment keeps doors open longer than enthusiasm ever could. People of influence respect boundaries. They trust people who know their limits. When you can say no calmly without explanation or fear, you signal self-mastery, and self-mastery is deeply respected. Chosen one, do not fear missing out. Fear misalignment more than missed opportunity. What is meant for you will not require you to abandon your peace. It will come with clarity, confirmation, and calm authority. Now let's speak about something crucial. How you see money will determine how people with money see you. If you see wealth as something that defines worth, you will unconsciously submit to it. If you see wealth as a tool, you will engage it with confidence. Heaven is shifting your perception now so that money no longer intimidates you or excites you excessively. Anointed one, wealthy people can feel when someone is trying to impress them. They can also feel when someone is relaxed around abundance. Relaxation around money signals inner security. Inner security invites trust. I remember the first time I was in a room where large decisions were made casually. Numbers were spoken that once would have shaken me. I felt my body tense, but I chose to breathe, to listen, to stay grounded. That moment taught me something powerful. Wealth does not require reaction. It requires regulation. Chosen one, regulate your responses. Let your nervous system catch up to your calling. You are safe here. This is also the season where your language matters more than ever. Not polished language, honest language, precise language. When you speak clearly without exaggeration, people listen. When you avoid complaining, people lean in. When you speak solutions instead of problems, people remember. You are not required to talk more as you rise. You are required to speak truer. Anointed one another, truth must be spoken. Comparison will try to return at higher levels disguised as inspiration. You will meet people who are ahead of you financially, socially, strategically. Do not measure yourself against their timeline. Measure yourself against your alignment. Comparison at this stage is a thief of peace and a distortion of focus. You are not late to your life. You are on time for your assignment. Now let's address the heart of this message. You deserve wealthy friends because you are becoming a steward, not a consumer. God does not connect consumers to abundance. He connects stewards to systems. Stewards think long-term. Stewards protect what they are given. Stewards multiply what passes through their hands. This is why heaven has been training you to think beyond yourself, to see impact, to consider legacy, to care about how your choices affect others. These are not random values. These are entry requirements for higher circles. Chosen one, wealthy friendships are not about what you can take. They are about what you can hold. Hold confidentiality, hold integrity, hold consistency, hold vision. When people trust you with information, ideas, conversations that are not public, they are testing something deeper than loyalty. They are testing discretion. Discretion is rare. Discretion builds empires. Anointed One, do not repeat conversations that were not meant for public ears. Do not dramatize proximity. Do not signal who you know. Quiet confidence preserves access. I've watched people lose favor simply because they needed others to know where they had been. Silence would have kept them protected, but ego needed an audience. Do not make that mistake. Chosen One, you are not called to be visible. You are called to be effective. As your friendships elevate, you may notice your internal standards rising too. What you tolerate changes. What you laugh at changes. What you invest time in changes. This is not judgment. This is refinement. You will no longer be entertained by chaos. You will no longer bond over complaining. You will no longer feel comfortable in environments that drain rather than build. This is growth. Let it happen without apology. Anointed One, some friendships will fade quietly. Let them. Do not force endings. Do not force continuity. Let alignment do its work. Now let's speak to the promise embedded in this season. Your social life is about to feel lighter and richer at the same time. Richer in substance, richer in conversation, richer in vision, lighter in drama, lighter in proving, lighter in effort. You will laugh more easily. You will think more expansively. You will feel seen without performing. That is the sign you are in the right rooms. Chosen One, heaven does not upgrade environments without upgrading identity. That is why you may feel moments of discomfort, not because you don't belong, but because you are shedding an old self-image. Let it go. You are not stepping into a role. You are stepping into recognition. As written, promotion does not come from the east or the west, but from God. And when God promotes, He does so holistically. Spirit, mind, relationships, provision. This is not luck. This is alignment meeting obedience. Now hear this final truth for this stage. You are allowed to enjoy this. Joy is not a distraction from purpose. Joy is fuel for it. Do not suppress gratitude. Do not downplay blessing. Receive it with humility and responsibility. Smile when life becomes beautiful. Celebrate without guilt. Rest without fear. Chosen One, you have carried enough weight for enough seasons. The friendships coming into your life now will not burden you. They will expand you, and expansion, when held with wisdom, becomes impact. Stay steady, stay grounded, stay generous, because the life forming around you now is not temporary. It is being built to last. Chosen One, as this message settles deeper into your spirit, there is one final calibration heaven wants to complete within you, not because you are lacking, but because you are ready. This is the stage where everything you've learned stops being theory and starts becoming embodied truth. You are no longer preparing to enter higher rooms. You are learning how to remain whole inside them. Anointed One, staying whole is the true test of elevation. Many people reach proximity but lose themselves in performance. They begin to mirror accents, opinions, habits, and values that are not theirs. They trade authenticity for acceptance. Heaven is guarding you from that trap. You are not called to blend in. You are called to stand stable. Stability is magnetic. Wealthy, influential people are constantly adapting to pressure. Markets shift, relationships change, decisions carry weight. In that environment, the person who remains emotionally and spiritually grounded becomes a point of rest. And rest is rare at high levels. This is why people will keep you close, not because you entertain them, but because you steady them. Chosen One, your peace is not passive. It is active authority. This is why heaven has been insisting on your inner life, your prayer life, your self-awareness, your ability to be alone without feeling empty. Solitude has taught you how to listen to yourself, and someone who can listen to themselves can listen to others without distortion. Now hear this carefully. As your influence increases, your responsibility to stay clean inside increases too. Clean intentions, clean motives, clean energy. This does not mean perfection, it means honesty. It means you notice when ego tries to rise and you gently correct it. It means you recognize when comparison whispers and you choose gratitude instead. Anointed One, self-correction is a sign of maturity, and maturity is what sustains access. I want to speak to a fear that sometimes appears quietly at this stage. What if I lose favor? What if this ends? What if I mess it up? Release that fear now. Fear of loss creates tension. Tension clouds judgment. Judgment, errors close doors. Peace keeps doors open. What is aligned does not need to be clung to. Chosen One, wealthy friendships that are meant to last will not require you to be someone you're not. They will feel natural even when the environment is elevated. You will notice conversations flow without effort. You will notice laughter comes easily. You will notice silence is not awkward. That ease is confirmation. This is also the season where your legacy thinking awakens. You will begin to ask different questions. Not just, how do I succeed, but what am I building? Not just, who knows me, but who am I pouring into? This shift is subtle, but it marks a transition from ambition to stewardship. God does not connect you to abundance to consume it alone. He connects you to abundance so you can learn how abundance moves through a person without corrupting them. Anointed One. Your life is becoming a channel, not a container. This is why you will feel drawn to purpose-driven conversations, to people who think in decades, not days, to environments where quality matters more than noise. Let those desires lead you. They are not elitism, they are alignment. Now let's speak about something very practical but very spiritual. How you leave rooms matters as much as how you enter them. Gratitude when departing, honor in transitions, no burned bridges, no dramatic exits. You never know which door leads back to another door later. I have watched people sabotage long-term favor by how they left short-term opportunities. They spoke carelessly. They assumed familiarity. They forgot honor. Do not make that mistake. Honor is remembered long after results fade. Chosen One, always leave rooms better than you found them, even if you are never invited back. That posture builds a reputation heaven can trust. You may also notice that as your life elevates, your tolerance for dishonesty, both in yourself and others, drops significantly. That is not judgment, that is clarity. When clarity increases, misalignment becomes uncomfortable. Do not override that discomfort. It is guiding you. Anointed One, trust your discernment without becoming suspicious. Discernment sees clearly without hardening the heart. Suspicion closes prematurely. Keep your heart open and your boundaries firm. There is a balance heaven is teaching you now. You are also learning that wealth does not need to be explained. It needs to be handled. The more you internalize this, the less reactive you become around money, status, or access. And that non-reactivity is what allows you to move confidently across different environments without losing your center. Chosen One. Your worth is no longer tied to outcomes. That is freedom. Now let me speak prophetically into what is unfolding next in your life, not as prediction, but as confirmation. You will soon notice that introductions happen naturally. Your name will be mentioned in rooms you are not in. Invitations will come through unexpected channels. Opportunities will arrive without urgency attached to them. That is how you know alignment is active. When heaven opens doors, there is no rush, only clarity. Anointed One, do not rush to monetize every connection. Do not rush to extract value from every relationship. Let relationships breathe. Let trust build. Let mutual respect form. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will come from conversations that had no immediate agenda. Life is about to feel less forced. You will also begin to notice that your presence carries quiet authority. People will ask your opinion without you offering it. They will check in with you before making decisions. They will value your perspective even when it challenges them. That is influence maturing. Do not misuse it. Influence is a sacred trust. Use it to bring peace, not pressure. Use it to bring clarity, not control. Use it to elevate others, not yourself. Chosen One. The reason you are able to hold this level is because you have suffered without becoming bitter. You have waited without becoming entitled. You have learned without becoming arrogant. These qualities are rare, and rarity attracts responsibility. You are not just stepping into wealthy friendships. You are stepping into weighty friendships. Friendships that require integrity, discretion, emotional intelligence, spiritual awareness. And you are ready not because you are flawless, but because you are honest. As this chapter unfolds, let your rhythm slow slightly. Speed is not your advantage anymore. Depth is. Be selective with your time, generous with your presence, faithful with your word. Anointed One, your yes now carries more weight than before. Use it wisely. I want you to breathe deeply and receive this truth: you belong here. Not because you forced your way in, not because you proved yourself endlessly, but because you aligned yourself inwardly and heaven handled the rest. Your life is becoming spacious. Your relationships are becoming meaningful. Your future is becoming intentional. This is not a peak moment. This is a foundation moment. Stand firm in it. And as you move forward, remember this above all else: the same humility that opened the door will keep it open. The same generosity that built trust will sustain it. The same peace that grounded you will guide you. Chosen One. You are not just entering new rooms. You are becoming someone who changes the atmosphere of every room you enter. And that is the highest form of wealth. Chosen One. As this message comes to rest in your spirit, know this with certainty: nothing you heard today was accidental. Heaven does not awaken hunger without preparing fulfillment. A supernatural transfer is already in motion, and you are standing in your exact kairos moment, the appointed time where alignment becomes manifestation. Anointed One, the connections forming around you are not random. They are answers. They are confirmations. They are evidence that generosity, purity of intention, and quiet obedience have been seen. What you give in love and wisdom returns as access, favor, and divine companionship. The flow has shifted, and you are now walking in it. Remain faithful. Stay aligned. Guard your heart and your posture. Let gratitude lead you forward, because what is coming does not need to be forced. It will arrive in peace. The right rooms will open. The right people will recognize you, and the right opportunities will meet you already prepared. I speak blessing over your steps, clarity over your decisions, and courage over your next move. May you walk boldly, serve generously, and live from overflow, not striving. If your spirit bears witness, stay connected with this anointing, subscribe, and share this word with another chosen one. And if you feel led, leave a simple declaration below as a seal of faith. Go forward in peace. What heaven started, it will complete.